I want to talk in this video a little bit about art contests and art shows, but specifically, I wanted to talk about one that I found about a week ago, I think. Maybe it was this past weekend. The painting that I have on screen is a self-portrait. This is me with our family cat, and it is specifically for an art contest that I found. I was just browsing Instagram and I came across it. So there's an artist, I don't know what his real name is, but his handle on Instagram is Slew P. I think he used to be a graffiti artist and became a fine artist, and I've been following him for, I think, ever since I started painting. And I came across this, and he's hosting this through, I think it's a nonprofit that he runs that tries to encourage people to create art. And this thing is open to all skill levels, all mediums, digital and traditional, anywhere. So I think all you need to do to enter is make some art that is a self-portrait of you with an object, some sort of accompanying object. And he's got some details on his Instagram page about what that object can be, sort of. But there's an example of a person holding a pet, looks like a little dog. There's also an example of a lady holding an axe. That's an object as well. So, but those are composition examples they provided. So self-portrait and with an object. So I decided to follow the pet route and paint our family cat with myself. And I thought this would be fun to enter. I don't have a lot of experience with art contests or art shows, really. I've entered a few kind of informally, like sort of cautiously as an amateur, just because, I haven't been painting very long at all, and in the grand scheme of things, I haven't been sketching that long either. So I haven't entered a whole lot. I think years ago, the first one that I entered was a tiny art exhibit in Louisiana, which was like, I think the size was 5 inches by 5 inch maximum, and you could just paint or draw or whatever you wanted. And I entered that and actually got my sketch of my 2 kids in the show, which was awesome and surprising. And then I took a long break from that, and then about a month ago or 2 months ago, I actually did also enter a postcard-sized art contest thing. Well, maybe it's not a contest. I think that one is just for charity. Like, you donate the art, and it's postcard sized, and they have their exhibit, and people can bid on it, and it all goes to charity, which I thought was kind of cool. If that interests anyone, I did post another video about it, and I think that one is actually still open for people to submit stuff. But anyway, so this one, it's not a for charity thing. This one is actually a real contest for money. I think you win, I forget what the prizes are, but it's like $100 or $200 plus some art supplies, which is awesome. And really the clincher, I mentioned this Slew guy, the painter that's hosting it. I've been following him for a long time, but another artist who I saw is apparently the judge for this contest is Alpe Effie, who I also started following when I first started painting. So these are a couple guys that I've watched like a lot of their videos. So I thought that was kind of neat, that, getting to enter a contest for free, no entry fee, involves some people that have made videos that have taught me a lot. So I thought that was kind of neat. It really made me want to jump in. I have no expectations. Obviously, I'm still like kind of in novice land. I'm still trying to learn. I follow a ton of artists on Instagram that have many, many years of experience in whatever mediums they prefer. But it's not about that, really. It's more so about like just having fun. It's a fun thing. And I was reading the post that he had about this contest, and there's some verbiage on there about like why he does this and why he's involved in his nonprofit, and it's to encourage people to create art. Like, that's the whole bottom line. That's the whole purpose of his nonprofit and of the contest itself, is to try to nudge people towards just creating things, which is awesome. I mean, that's a really awesome goal, because I know firsthand what can happen with art. You can enjoy art like I did when I was in high school, and life happens and gets in the way. You get busy with whatever, college, work, all the stuff, all of life, family stuff. There are always excuses and reasons not to create, not to make art anymore. It's really easy not to. And I fell out of that for like 15 years. Finally picked up a pencil again, and I'm so happy I did, because I would have never tried to paint if I had not gotten back into sketching. And it's been so fun. Like, painting is just, it's like, having a creative outlet, especially for someone like me who, my professional life, I won't go into detail, but it's very data oriented and very analytical, and having an outlet for creativity and an outlet for the other side of my brain that wants to create things is fun. It's really cool to have that. So I certainly commend anyone who encourages others to try to create. I think that's great. Really a great thing to try to nudge people into. And of course, it's neat that there are prizes as well. That's kind of, honestly, I think I would have done this without the prizes even, if they were doing like an informal, hey, everybody submit art with this prompt, the self-portrait with object or self-portrait with pet thing. I probably still would have done it, because I think that's kind of fun. Another thing too is it's easy to run out of ideas for stuff to create, for things to paint. I lean heavily on stock photo images that are royalty free, or AI generation tools to like create a model that is not a real person. And you kind of run out of stuff sometimes, coming up with, and for me, I just need practice. Practice is what I need more than anything else. So, doing the same thing over and over again is not a bad thing. It's still fun, and it's still important for me, because I need just the practice, the getting the reps in. However, having a direction to be pointed into is nice. That's where like commissions can be fun when those happen. There's pressure with them, but it's also fun because it's something fresh. It's a completely fresh subject. It's a fresh direction that maybe someone says what they're looking for you. That's kind of cool. Things to prompt you for what to do is nice. So anyways, so that's kind of my thoughts on like art contests and on this one specifically. And the painting that I have on screen, I'm not sure, like editing wise, where I'm going to land with where the painting is, but obviously this is a painting of me, as I said, with our family cat. I think it turned out pretty decently. The resemblance is there. It does look like me. I struggled a little bit with some of the proportions and where to place things, because I was so excited about about doing it that I just didn't plan anything. I picked up my brush and I loaded my palette up and just started painting. So lack of preparation is probably not great, but there were some issues. I think I had to rearrange the nose at one point on this one, and I also kind of had a weird look on the kind of a weird facial expression. In real life too, in the reference photo, I think I kind of had a weird facial expression, but also in the painting, the way my mouth ended up at first was kind of funky. I typically paint alla prima, so wet on wet, all in one session, and I try to just knock it all out in like 2 hours, 2.5 hours, sometimes 3. This time I did all of the painting, and I think I got up to maybe 2.5 hours. I had to go do something else, or I got fatigued of doing it or something. I can't remember, but I actually had to come back to this the next day and work on it a little more, which I don't frequently do, just because the facial expression, the mouth just looks so weird to me. So you can probably see that in the video where I didn't record the palette for that second session when I came back. So you can see that probably in this video where the palette disappeared. That's the point where the painting had started to dry a little bit, but I came back and tried to work on it. So I think I got the mouth to a decent place. Still kind of weird, but it at least does look like me. The cat kind of looks like our cat for the most part. I've done a few cats and like painted a few cats, and I still really don't have it down. I just have a lot more practice with people. Rendering the fur is kind of difficult, and just really the skull shape is challenging to me. Getting where the eyes should be and how like the three-dimensional cat's head, how that should kind of look at the end, that's difficult. So I don't have it down. I'll keep working on it. I'll keep painting our family cat, I'm sure. This probably won't be the last one of him. So that's pretty much all I have for this video. I'm gonna put some details about this specific contest because it is, I'll put it in the description of this video. There are some really nice prizes, and I think it's going till the end of August, maybe August 24th, but I'll double check that date and I'll put it in the description if this is of interest to anyone. So thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I hope to see you for the next video.